Hello everybody, my name is Jessica Johnson and I'm a tutor with Rock Valley College's Tutoring Center. In this video I would like to detail some of the tasks that you will perform regularly in your Personal Computer and Information System course this semester. Because we're going to be using sam.cengage.com often, it's important to have an understanding of what is on the home page and what features SAM offers you. One of the first things that you're going to want to know is how to locate your class on SAM. Once you've located your class, you'll want to find your assignments, all of which will be found using the feature called Activity Lists tab. In the Activity List tab, you will find all of your training simulations, projects, and even exams. About midterm and sometimes thereafter, the Activity List tab gets a little cluttered with several files, and SAM offers you a filtering option that will allow you to customize your view so that it'll be easier for you to find the files that you want in a quick and orderly fashion. Before we discuss going into the downloading page of SAM, it is important that you keep an organized flash drive. And to do this, I'm going to show you how to create and rename folders on your flash drive. Being organized will help you from avoiding that cluttered flash drive and searching through a long list of files, and that will definitely save you some time. Once you're ready to start your project, you'll want to know how to save it and any support file using the instruction file that you will download as well. And this instruction file will require you to rename the project using a save as command, which we'll go into in greater detail. Now that I've covered exactly what we'll be discussing in this video, let's go ahead and get started. If you're following along with us, go ahead and go to your desktop and open your browser now. Once you've got to sam.cengage.com, enter your username and password and click Login. And from there, you can use this drop-down arrow and select your course. Now, if you're in PCI 106, you will not have any other classes. It'll just say PCI 106. And for this tutorial, that's exactly the class that we're going to be working with. So I'm going to click on that, and that tells SAM the class that I'm going to be working with today. If I click Activity List, that's going to bring up every single project that I have for that class. As you can see, it's quite a lengthy list full of there's an exam, trainings, projects, and all of these things can take a second to scan through if you don't know what you're looking for, especially so if I want to get rid of everything except exams, I would click the little check box here on training, projects, and SAM paths. And now, as you can see, I've got just the one exam. And if I clear readings, now I just have the one exam. If I clear the box for exams, now I have nothing. And say I just want to see only the projects. So put a check right there in projects. And now we see every single project that I have available to me that is shown in the blue letters. And I think we're going to do Excel Chapter 1. So I'll go ahead and click on that project. Read this little overview here. It'll tell you how many submissions you have remaining and how many are allowed, which is just handy information. You're going to want to know that before you continue. And you click Start when you're ready to do so. Now, in this video, we're only going to be going over the instructions and start files. So, step 1, the instructions. Go ahead and click Download Instructions. And this is going to bring up the opening assignment box here. And click Save File right there and OK. Now you're going to tell the computer where you want to send this file. We're going to put this in our flash drive. So if you come over here and click Computer and then scroll down and double click Removable Disk. Or if you have a named flash drive, just keep in mind that it's going to be devices with removable storage. Just look for that heading and go to removable disk. Or you can use this little drop down arrow next to computer. See the little arrow? Click that, scroll down right here, and then click removable disk. So you have two options there. Now, I've already gone ahead and made a new folder named Sam, but for the interest of this tutorial, I'll click New Folder and enter Sam2. Alright, and you just hit Enter after you type in your name, and that gives it the name. Click Open. And now, I would recommend having a content folder, such as Excel, for this particular example. Just name it, hit Enter, and then click Open. And one last new folder, which would be your chapter folder. In this case, we're doing Chapter 1, so just CH1, Enter. And that gives the folder a brand new name. Click OK. And now, as you can see, it changed, this word open changed to save, and it says no items match your search. Don't worry about that. That's because you haven't saved this file inside of your flash drive. If you had this file, it would show up there, and you would get a message asking if you wanted to duplicate the file or replace it. So just click Save, and that will save this file to your flash drive inside of your SAM2 Excel folder, Chapter 1 folder. There you go. Click Save. Now, we're going to actually want to look at those instructions before we go into Step 2, Start Files. So, click on Removable Disk, or if that is collapsed, just click Computer, and under Devices with Removable Storage, double-click Removable Disk. Then, open your SAM folder that you've just created, and then go into the Content folder, in our case Excel, and Chapter 1. Just double click on those to open it, and double click on your assignment, and that's going to pull that up in Word. The reason why I wanted to bring that up is to show you two pretty important things that are going to be there every single time that you open a SAM project. Read this part carefully until you truly understand, especially this part. You do not have to have this file extension, but most importantly is that when you first download your start file, your project file, it's going to have the chapter right here, your first and last name, and then the number 1. And that's how it's going to start. That's how it's going to look when you start. And so the first step is actually to do a file save as command, so you can change that number 1 to a number 2. And that's what I'm going to go over right now. To minimize this window, you can click the minimize icon right here, or you can click on the word icon down here, or on your browser icon. I'll just click on the word icon, and then click the blue on the Excel Chapter 1 SAM project download box, just like that, and that'll make that the live screen. Now for Step 2, the Start File, you're going to want to click on the long file name that says basically Chapter 1, my name, and number 1. So if you just click on it, now you're definitely wanting to save that. So make sure you click Save File and OK, and then you're going to tell the computer where you want it to go. In this case, we're going to go to Computer, and then Removable Flash Drive, or sorry, Removable Drive, and then go into the SAM folder that you just created, your Excel folder, and Chapter 1. And now you're in the right folder and you're being organized, but you have to change your file name, and just click right after the number 1 and hit your right arrow on your keyboard once, and that'll bring the insertion point, that blinking line, to the end right there after the 1. Hit your backspace key, the number 2, and the enter key on your keyboard, and that will save the file without you having to click save, or you could just click save if that's what you feel comfortable with. So now we have both the start file and the brand new file, and the one that ends with the number 2 is what you're going to double click, and that is what you want to work on right there. If you get a little banner like this, just for me, I'm just going to ignore it because they want me to update Office. So just click the little X and that'll make it go away. Sometimes you'll get an Enable Editing bar that looks similar. Just click Enable Editing before you continue. Double check on the top of your document and make sure that it is your chapter that you're working on, your name, and the number 2. If it's not the number 2, go to File, Save As, and go into your current folder and rename it by clicking after the number and choosing the number 2. Alright, that concludes this video. In part 2 of our video, we'll be discussing the Report tab in SAM and how to do Step 3, Assignment Submissions. So I hope you join us for that, and I hope that you have a successful and happy academic future and semester.